welcome to Coffee Chats. My name is Lindsay Giese, and I'm the Executive Director for River Arts, Inc. And today is my first interview with a family of incredibly talented people, the Poff family. Hi, Sue. Hi, Bernie. Hi, Maggie.
Hello.
And I hold up my John Joseph coffee because we're drinking John Joseph coffee today in our mugs, the coffee of choice in Sauk Prairie.
Yes. Indeed.
Oh, well, welcome. So this is going to be a little bit of a unique coffee chat. But instead of maybe getting each of your individual backgrounds, I thought maybe if you could share with everyone how Polliwog Studios started and a little bit about your family. Take it away. Who wants to share?
Who wants to begin? I wasn't here for the beginning of it.
Okay.
Well, Polliwog Studios started after I had started a sign shop. I did signs for a couple of years, and then I wanted to bring more mural and artwork to the Susie graphic designer, so I wanted to bring that, and then the murals, and wanted to have a name for the studio other than Bernie Signs. So we decided on Polliwog Studio. It was actually a paint color that we painted the studio with, and then
Well, the name was
Polliwog
Polliwog Green.
color.
Oh.
The more we thought about Polliwog and the metamorphosis of it all, we thought we could call it Polliwog, and it stuck. So
I did a little research because I didn't know if Polliwog was a made-up word, but it's like a tadpole.
Yeah, it's the stage between
Well, it's
a
like,
tadpole and a
yeah.
frog.
So
Yeah.
we're always kind of changing and doing more, doing better, kind of, going from a tadpole into a polywog. But now, I mean, we're always reaching for the frog stage. We are at the frog stage, but we're always reaching
For more.
growing more legs.
I love it. So how many years ago was that?
actually, how old are you? 24?
Yeah.
24 years old, or 24.
25 years.
Because Maggie was just about ready to be born when I started the business. So we always look at her age.
She was born in May, and then in July he thought it was a good time to start a business. I'm like, okay.
Naturally, you had all that free time.
But we've been in business now for 25 years, and it's going well. So one day at a time.
Yeah. Oh, you guys are wonderful. You're like a one-stop shop for all your arts needs.
Yes.
And so for me especially, I was introduced to your family. Actually, Sue, we met first because you do so much for River Arts Inc. You did a ton more. We were trying to be like considerate and like do a little more in-house because you were doing like everything, all graphic design, and like of course like you're so sweet, so you didn't really charge us what you should have charged us. You're just lovely. So when we started, I mean, and you still today do our season brochure and our membership cards and posters and then like just random bits and bobs throughout the year. You do it all. So we're so grateful for that. And then a couple of years ago, I roped you into designing the interpretive signs for the Great Sauk State Trail, which I knew nothing about the design of that kind of stuff or really even creating them. That was a big learning curve for me. Had you done that kind of stuff before?
Well, yes, not at that level of, how should I say?
It's a unique project, I feel like.
Oh yeah. Well, it's kind of like on a, I do a lot of smaller ads, brochures and stuff, and that's just the same really, just on a bigger level. But to interpret what, what each panel should look like, that was a challenge, just getting the information from you, and then but it was good, and it turned out great, and I really enjoy that aspect of designing.
Yeah, they did turn out great. Tell me the truth, Sue, did you enjoy that whole process? All the back and forth and
well, that's just the nature of my profession, and especially when you have a committee of people that all have their ideas and what they want to put forth, and some will work and some won't. And so that's the challenging part. But I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, and well, for me, I guess the learning curve, or what was a little bit stressful about it, was the permanency of it. Like,
oh, right.
That we're creating something that theoretically will just exist forever and ever, and so like no typos allowed in that sign.
Right. You can look at something a million times, have 10 people look at it, you get it printed, and that one thing will glare out, and you're like, wow.
Yeah. Bernie and Maggie. Well, so Burton, you started it all, but Maggie, now you've joined the team and are really doing a lot of the design stuff and creation now too. So I'm going to ask some kind of questions here. I'm not sure who wants to answer. So whoever, Sue, stay there. Don't go anywhere.
I'm trying to run away.
Whoever wants to just. So Bernie, you've done a lot of I had to write down the list, and this is not even a comprehensive list, but of some of the projects around the area that people might recognize. Obviously, the mural that's by Ziegler Photography and Trip Museum, where the farmers market is in Prairie du Sac. More recently, the Sauk City Riverfront Park and all of those signs. You did the trail donor board that's by the chamber, the tree that's inside the chamber, a whole bunch of stuff. Like blah, 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 like all this whole long list. This our signs. So our sign that says River Arts in the front of our building. But you do that for a lot of the community. Do you have any idea of how many signs you've made for businesses in just Sauk Prairie?
Not off the top of my head. 25 years worth.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's like we do.
Are we talking like hundreds or hundreds? Maybe.
No, I'd say any given year might be different, but probably 100.
Yeah.
100. I mean, in the community, maybe not hundreds, but I do other work in different areas like Baraboo and Lodi. So, but in the Sauk Prairie area, it's
kind of fun, driving down Water Street, because it's like, oh, we did that one. It's kind of like a portfolio.
It's our portfolio.
Yeah.
Drive down Sauk City.
I love it. They're awesome. And now we're working on a new mural that's going to accompany the Prairie du Sac. What did they call it? The Riverwalk Park and Overlook. That's here in downtown Prairie du Sac. Yes. So we'll have a new mural there. That's exciting. And you're working on a mural that will go on the building when you enter Sauk City, the Mexican restaurant. Yes. That you're going to be working on Saturday, September 26th.
Yep, this Saturday we're working at the chamber. We've got it all cut up into 1-foot squares.
Okay.
And it's a community mural, so anybody that wants to come in and paint can paint. We got 20 colors. How many colors?
Yeah, so there's 22 colors in little jars. I actually have.
Wow.
But
samples.
So,
but they're little 2-ounce cups of paint, and some of the panels have 15 colors, and then others only have 2. So if it depends on if you want to paint one that's a little bit more complicated, or just done and paint.
So is it kind of like a paint by number?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see these, but these are the squares. Yeah, so all the numbers correspond to different different paint jars. And then
this is a finished panel Maggie did.
I did that one yesterday.
So how do you put them all together then?
Well, what I'll do is put them to another backer like this, and I'll screw and glue them to or maybe just a nail gun. I'll probably attach them with glue, and then seal over it with a clear coat. But there's 4 by 8s, so 128 of these that'll go up on the wall. But they'll go up on panels, so there'll be 4 panels that go up on the wall. Mm-hmm. But all of these will be individual. So it should be fun for us and for everybody else.
Well,
I don't think the design has been revealed to the public yet, correct?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So it'll be a big reveal maybe someday in the future?
Yeah, October 31st is when we're thinking we're going to try to get it installed if everything goes right. I probably shouldn't put deadlines on this. October 31st.
I should mention that it was part of there's a grant for this. I wish I had
More
the.
for community art.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
it's
a
going to be
community
the
art grant.
event. We're going to make it socially distanced, safe.
Yeah.
I'm going to be walking around, making sure everybody's staying 6 feet apart. I'm going to be sanitizing stuff because I'm number one. Wanting to make sure that this is a good, safe thing. But we've made every measure that we can possible to
And I think down the
make
road
it
there's
fun.
136 panels. So I think if we don't get 136 panels painted Saturday, then I'm going to give businesses and some of the community people some panels in the paint, and then they can do it on their free time.
Yeah, I love this idea. I'm gonna come stop in and paint because the really cool part is like, just like Maggie, you were saying, it's cool to take a drive downtown and see all the signs that you were a part of making. Like, people can look at this mural when it's all up and know that they painted a little square of it, and that's gonna be there forever. And
Yeah. And I want everybody to sign on the back. As soon as I pick up a panel, I want them to sign their name, so we have a list of the people that really participated, you know?
cool.
And then everybody can be a part of it.
Yeah, and Sue, thanks for the shout out of the grant. So Tawana German, who's the head of our chamber, she applied for the grant. It is a Sauk County grant. Sauk County is one of few counties that actually have funding for the arts. So this is through their arts and culture and humanities grant opportunity. So we apply for that grant and get a lot of funding for what we do. But so this was kind of nice that it came through the chamber and it was in collaboration with both of our villages. We're in support of this. So,
Yeah, that's great.
very exciting. I can't wait for the design to be revealed, for people to see it. It's going to be beautiful.
You haven't seen it yet?
I have seen it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I've seen it, and it's really awesome. So, and that was Maggie's design, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maggie's really starting to take a role in designing. Last 3 murals, she's really had a leading role in the design stages of it. So she's really turning to be a designer, like her mother.
Yeah.
Well, fun. She's got a little both of us.
Well,
The graphic
she's
design
a good
and,
painter too. So
Oh, shucks.
It's truly a family affair.
How do you start the process of creating a mural, and has that changed over the years?
I'd like to say it changes over the years, but you just learn a little bit more every time you do a mural. But it's pretty much the idea, concepts, what people really want. You have to have meetings, and then we talk about it, and then we need to bring the images that we think we're talking about, you know, so you got to put an image to what you're discussing. So it's hard to.
It can be complicated, and everybody has like a different idea of what they want, but no one really has like a concise idea of what they want.
Yeah, so it's really hard.
But
that's where we bring the ideas to the table, and before you get a completed design, we throw maybe 4 ideas away, we bring 4 more new, and it's a collaboration until we get the design right and making everybody happy. So that's the hard part too, is sometimes there's 10 people involved and everybody's got their ideas, so you gotta sort of make everybody.
There's that committee again.
But that's the hardest part, is the design. Once we get the design done, then we love to go in the studio and paint. It's like right now we've got 2 murals going on, 3 murals in the studio, and so if you can get in the zone
we do have 3 in right now.
if you can get in the zone for 5 hours and just listen to music and paint, it's a great. So.
Do you remember the first public art piece you made?
Oh.
I do. I had just started. It was for Lutheran Social Services in Madison. They had it was a brick wall, and they wanted windows, and then they wanted.
It was down by Riley's Liquor, right off of State Street.
But that took me.
Well, it's gone now because a barbecue restaurant
Barbecue restaurant. What
bought
was it
it,
called?
and then they covered it with big gaudy BBQ.
Oh,
But that was
So it's
my.
not-
salty about it.
It's gone. But,
Do I sound salty?
it actually, we had to set scaffolding up the whole
And I think
surface
that
of the
business
wall.
is out of I think it's out of business now.
Because they got rid of the mural. They shouldn't have messed with that mural.
Yeah.
But it took me like 7 weeks to do, and that was on location, and each individual brick had to be painted. So it was
It wasn't a brick wall, but it was painted to look like a brick wall?
It was a brick wall that I painted to look like a brick wall.
Well, it had to be. It had a mess of stuff on it
With windows in it.
That's why they wanted it cleaned up. So they're like, can you paint the brick back? You couldn't like power wash it. It had to be. You had to,
funny.
yeah.
Funny.
We had to change the color of the brick.
Really creative, painting a brick wall to look like a brick wall. What is the longest project that you worked on, like from the first conversation to execution?
That was just
Baraboo mural.
Oh well, Baraboo mural. There was 4.
No. I'm talking about the El Ringling one.
Oh, this recent one for El Ringling, we had it up for like 7 months in the shop, and we worked on that for a while. So that was a big one, a lot of detailed work.
Oh.
But I was gonna say recently the river.
Oh
walk,
yeah.
Or the
Riverfront Park.
The Riverfront Park, because that had every element. It had mural, it had sculpture, the signs, and that took us probably 6 months last summer. We worked on that continuous so 6 months about the longest job, but
yeah.
Once you're into the job, it doesn't seem like it's 6 months.
Yeah, that flies.
Go, but
yeah. That one was really fun too.
Yeah, that was really.
Yeah, getting to. I feel like I learned a lot about like the sculpture on that one because I really hadn't like I'd helped you with sculptures, but I'd never like taken one on myself. So that was fun.
Dream project. If you could do anything, what would? And this is for all of you or any of you. What would a dream project be?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What were you thinking?
As soon as I think of dream projects, I like the Riverfront Park. You had all the elements, so it's like a dream project is bringing a mural, 3-dimension signs together, almost like theming, theme park type theming.
Yeah.
But I mean, the sculptures are great. Any large sculpture with the concrete or the stucco foam.
Yeah.
They're fun.
But I guess any mural, and then bringing that 3-dimension into the mural is what I'd like to see happen, and that did take place down there. So that was the.
So
dream.
he's done.
That
he
was
just did
the
his dream project.
That was the dream job.
We're driving away in our Airstream and see ya.
So, but it's not just that. I mean, I love the signs too. You know, I just got the router, which routes out the CNC router, and I love that. And it's a whole nother animal. So you got to learn the program and learn what it's capable of. So I'm in the process of learning that, which really brings it's actually working a side of my brain that I don't know that I've ever worked. You know, it's sort of like it's way out there, and it's taking a lot to really capture it.
Yeah.
So, but we're getting it. So does that answer your question? No. I think. What do you think your dream job would be?
I don't know.
Or
I do love the sculptures. Yeah. Dream project. I'd really love to be able to do like a community thing that includes like, oh gosh, I don't even know how to articulate this. Like a sculpture art park that includes like a bunch of different artists. Like, you know how they have those like Buc-ee's and the cows where like you do the sculpture and then artists come and like customize them?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be so cool to have something like that here. I don't know what we do, but I think it'd be really fun. Well, but there's so many amazing, talented artists here, and to be able to like showcase them and something that's like a cohesive thing, but like each one is so unique. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. So the cows have been done. The Buc-ee's been done. Let's see what we come up with.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's do it.
we had ideas. Paddlefish.
Oh yeah, you did want to do a big paddlefish, didn't you?
Paddle,
Yeah.
it's not as an attractive image. Sorry, paddlefish, but
Nobody likes the paddlefish.
But like this weekend, the community mural, I think my dream job would actually be doing what I'm doing, community mural, going to different,
Like different communities doing the same stuff.
If a person could get it into an organized fashion where, well, we got a community mural, I don't think I'd want to travel, but within the surrounding areas, it's like every community needs a community mural.
Yeah.
So I think that would be fun.
Yeah. And this is the sort of thing that we could like ship out to, like if we really wanted to franchise.
Oh.
Well, I'm not thinking that's a dream.
But I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm
so it
thinking
sounds like you're living your dream
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. We
Poetic.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
I've been asked when I was going to retire, and I don't think I'm going to retire. So
Why would you?
I enjoy working. So it's like,
Or if you don't feel like your work is work, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's fun all the time, why would you retire from that?
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's not fun all the time.
I don't think anything is fun all the time.
You're going to work forever.
Let's get real here. No.
No, it is fun.
Oh no, it is. It is. It's always never at the same job.
Yeah.
You're always
It's always fun,
challenging your mind, challenging your creativity. It's not ever.
There is some stress.
There is stress.
There is.
And that doesn't. Yeah, and it doesn't. Having fun all the time or like loving your job doesn't mean it's not stressful or not hard. Like I think I'm living my dream job too, but that I've got some really long days that I put in, or like there are challenges, there are hard times, but it's still like awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the art part of it is great, but then you have the business part of it.
It's people. It's dealing with other people. No.
Oh. No.
So, the art part's fun.
No, it's the business side of,
For sure.
which is not that's like
I just don't think that any of us are.
none of us are
business
business people. We're all creative-minded people, so we're trying to put these different hats on, and sometimes the hat really doesn't fit when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You're all awesome. I just wanted to give a shout out to the fact that you do have other artwork, like artwork that you make for fun, not for commissions, that's available at the upstairs gallery by Cameo Antiques in Sauk City. Just wanted to give a little plug for that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's great. And that'll be open this weekend.
Good. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And it's open when Cameo's open.
Yeah.
Right.
And also that Maggie is an amazing singer. Are you still singing these days? Or probably not as much with COVID.
Yeah, not so much with COVID. I mean, not so much really at all anymore. It's something I do want to get back into, but
Yes.
Her boyfriend is a singer, and she harmonizes with him
I do sing with him sometimes.
frequently. So
Yep. Well, yes,
Yeah.
very talented. Are there other?
To Skylar now.
Skylar Nod, shout out to
NAHN Skylar
Oh my gosh,
SKYLAR
He's-
Put like the text on the
but
He's
he is
awesome.
really good. And
Yeah.
And they sound great together. Yes, Maggie's got a plethora of talents, but the singing,
she's great. So I wanted to give a shout out to that. Are there any other talents that I'm missing that the public should know about?
Do you want to say something about your pony farm? No? Is that
no,
a
that's
secret?
more painting, but we are working on a show. I thought it was a llama farm.
What?
he's got a very whimsical style of
But
art.
people look at my llama and they said, that don't look like a llama. It looks sort of funny. And they said, should be a funny farm. So I'm actually doing the funny farm. Which was supposed to be a llama farm, but it's a funny farm.
It's a funny part, like a mural that you're painting, or
It's actually individual pieces, but the show's, I'm trying to get 10 pieces together so I can bring it out. And eventually here in the next, I was hoping this weekend I'd have it out, but I've only got 4 out of the 10 that are completed. So that's something to look forward to in the future.
we'll keep the suspense growing for that.
Where do you have that? You've got 3 murals you're working on, then you've got this funny farm thing, and like juggling like 50 things. How are you awake right now?
Well, we really do have the balance.
Yeah, right.
Coffee. We used to work longer hours, and we're not working 10, 12 hours anymore. So we are actually doing and trying to get work done.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so stressful. So while we're at work, we work hard and get it done. And now I've got Maggie on board, and I've got a friend of mine, Chris. He works with us, and it's a good team. So we got a lot of stuff coming in, but we have a good team to do it. So
Maggie, is your dad a good boss?
Yeah.
Or is it not really that kind of relationship, but like a coworker?
Yeah, I don't know if boss is the
Yeah.
right word.
I never wanted to be your boss.
Yeah, it's a fun team. It definitely is. I mean, you never really know with him and Chris, like what's going to be happening when you come into work that day. It's kind of crazy, but it's fun.
I think she's really starting to take interest in everything. So I think it's more of her coming on board as a team member and investing her time. I hope that she can, investment-wise, own part of the business and just keep it going. So it's like she's at that point where she's proving herself that she wants it. So now she'll just keep working it as long as she wants it. I think it'll eventually keep giving her more and more.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you find that sometimes you're learning things from her too?
I would say yes.
I do.
Yes.
I think there's
She kind of how am I trying to say this? But yeah, she'll come up with ways to kind of streamline a project, and as opposed to, like he said earlier, how his brain kind of.
Well, when you're trying to juggle a bunch of things, I think I just like cut through like
when he's got all these other things he's thinking about, she kind of just puts her mind towards this project and says, hey, let's do it this way.
There's a groundation. She's more focused than I am. So I can watch her focus and actually see her work through the project. I had one girl that worked with me. She said that she could actually, it's almost like I was a rubber ball bouncing through the room.
Yeah, that's.
And it's like, I need somebody in the room to ground me or stop the ball.
Yeah.
And she wants me to do that. What she does too.
Yeah,
But watching her design and work too, we just got that new program, and she has put the time into it. She developed the skills that she needs. She focused on that particular program, and I'm really amazed at what she can do with it. And she did that, and I value that because she's bringing that to the table, and I needed that more so than one would think.
Yeah, the energy shift.
I mean, she does.
That we were looking for in our worlds was right under our noses, our daughter.
Oh, it's just full circle.
Oh,
really.
Guys.
But she is stepping up. She is finding that she likes it, and just seeing her passion develop is something for me to watch, and that's good for me too.
Well, I have more questions, but that's all we have time for today. I have enjoyed learning more about the ins and outs of the Poff family and Polliwog Studio and what Polliwog means.
Just growing more legs.
Grow more legs.
Keep growing more. I think that's the message that we've all gotten from this interview is just keep growing more legs.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what that means, but
cheers. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you very much, Lindsay.
Cheers.
I'm excited to create more art with you. Thank you.
Thank you.